Right, wagwan, people. I'm doing this really quickly. I'm talking about the Gavin Rees versus Crolla fight. I don't believe Crolla won this, and I'm going to tell you something quickly. I'm British. I always support my British fighters if they're from Scotland, from Wales, from Northern Ireland, and I've still got a lot of support for my Irish fighters as well because they're neighbours. But when it comes to domestic fights, I'm more on like if they're from England, I will support them more over Welsh fighters or Scottish fighters or Northern Irish fighters, just because it's like from my borough or from my country. But I still love Welsh fighters. I love Joe Calzaghe. I love Scottish fighters. I love Northern Irish fighters. I've got a lot of love for Irish fighters as well. Even though there's not too many of them, but I'm sorry. No, talking about, so remember I said I'm more of an English fighter, an English supporter over the Welsh fighters. Only by a little bit, but I wanted Crolla to win this fight tonight, but I don't believe he did. I think Gavin Rees was hitting him with a lot harder shots, and I think the commentary was so against Crolla. No, sorry, so against Rees. They're talking about how good he was, and when the replays were showing, he was showing like Crolla's hitting him in slow motion, and when you get hit in slow motion, it looks a lot worse than in full motion, whatever the fuck you call it. Like when you if you hit someone like with the top of the glove like this here, that's the power punches. That's what hurts the most. If you hit someone with like a sleeping blow, that don't hurt much, especially with the lower bit of the glove. I'm not an expert. I'm just showing what I know. But I'm just gonna try to be truthful. If you disagree with me, I'm not gonna hate on you. I just think Gavin Rees won this fight, and I could make a replay video showing Gavin Rees smashing his shit out of Crolla. I could show all like the replays showing Gavin Rees's power punches landing them, and they're gonna look a lot worse than Crolla. I do love Crolla. He's a nice person. He's entertaining. He's always in a good fight, but I don't think he won against Gavin Rees. Okay, the thing was so on. They were always talking about Crolla. They're always talking about Crolla on top, and Gavin Rees not even talking about him. Like, if you did land a banger, they're gonna say, "Oh yeah, a good punch from Gavin Rees." So that's what pisses me off a bit. I'm always fair. I'm always fair with boxing. Like I said, I love my British fighters. Probably my best fighter is Cole Frotz, because he will fight anyone. But I believed he lost to Durrell. Is it Anthony Durrell? Andre Durrell, sorry, Andre Durrell, and his brother. Andre Durrell. I think he lost that fight, but I still rate. Sorry, right? Yeah, he lost that fight. Talking about the commentary, yeah, that was biased, and the things afterwards. I don't know if they're getting paid to say this, but they're talking. Johnny Nelson was saying about, oh yeah, he wasn't entertaining the crowd, he wasn't doing this, he was doing that. I'm talking on this shit. Fucking Johnny Nelson never entertained the crowd. Never. He was a good fighter, and he won most of these fights what he'd done, but he never entertained the crowd. So he can't say that shit, saying like, oh well, everyone's on this thing. You jumped on the bandwagon, man. What the fuck? Sorry, I'm getting too emotional now. I just hate the corruption in my sport, and this is going on for too long. I'm quite drunk at the moment. The only reason I set this up just now so we can talk about, I just want to talk about the realness of boxing, because I'm so sick of so many belts being in a division, so no one knows who the world champion is. Like, there's 4 world champions that I think, no, there should be 1 world champion. And that's my next video, like I'm going to say. I'm tired of robberies in my sport. Like I said, even if it's my British fighter, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm gonna say no more. Right, it's gonna be another video. Sorry, it's going on for 5 minutes. I think 5 minutes is too long. Sorry, I've been like, I'm quite intoxicated while I'm doing this. But yeah, if you disagree with me, comment. Yeah, comment. Yeah, that's it. Subscribe, rate me, whatever. Adios, amigos.